Thank you, Kate. We welcome you to Montreal on this beautiful summer night for the first meeting of the season between the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the Montreal Alouettes. Won the toss. The other returner is Peyton Logan, making his Bomber debut. He had a leg injury in camp after signing a free agent deal, so he'll take the pressure off Trey Vavel, who's getting the start in the secondary for the Bombers and had been carrying the load in the return game so far this season. So Winnipeg wants the ball to start, and they will get it to Jose Maltos Diaz with the kickoff underway on a Thursday night in Montreal. It is the ex-Stampeder Peyton Logan on his first return as a Blue Bomber, and he gets it out about to the 38-yard line for Zach Collaros to come on.
Montreal, they're going to protect the ball.
His running back, Brady Oliveira, fakes to him. Collaros looking to his right, and he throws it in first down to Jareth Stearns. A nice addition to the receiving core of the Bombers, the former Rough Rider with the catch.
Big right tackle, Kendall Randolph, watching him all night because he's going to be against Isaac Ademi-Berglund. Going to keep an eye on him, see how he performs against Montreal's great defensive pass rusher. Nick Dembski, what can we say about him? Leading Canadian receiver in the CFL, 640 yards, one of the most versatile players in the Canadian Football League.
You saw the offensive coordinator, Jason Hogan, got a CFL start with Montreal over a decade ago. He's from this city. A trip home, and there's a tackle there on the run by Brady Oliveira. Lual Uguak got him. 113 yards rushing in 7 games. Picked up 4 there, 2nd and 6. Collaros steps up, and he dumps it off, intended for Carrick Wheatfall. Still shy of the first down, but it falls incomplete in the CFL. Back for it, standing at the 10, is Travis Tice, who's also in at running back with Stevie Scott tonight. So he's been busy the last few weeks. Number 30, Montreal standing back for it. The punt by the Aussie Sheehan, and Tice taking it there right at his 10. Finds a little seam and pushes it up to about the 24. James Morgan from Green Bay, Wisconsin. How could he not like football?
Of the last 12 weeks.
And he's handing off to Travis Tice on that first down play. And he gets pushed back after picking up a couple of yards. Devin Adams in on the tackle along with Kyrie Wilson.
Danny Vetrinelli looks better every time. He improves every week. Second-year player from the University of North Dakota. As an American playing on an inside spot. And Tyler Snead. I expect this guy to get a lot of touches tonight. 4th in the CFL in catches and yardage. Been a very good, versatile player for this Montreal Alouettes team. A lot of short passes in the screen game from James Morgan probably to Tyler Snead. You see Anthony Calvillo there, offensive coordinator, helping design a game plan for the young quarterback.
Tice gained 6, furthest advancement, 2nd and 4, and Morgan throws intended for Tice out of his hands and nearly into the hands of Kyrie Wilson at the 35. As it is, it's incomplete, and it's a 2-and-out. Appearing on defense for the punt return from Joseph Zima, leading the way in net punting average in the Canadian Football League, and coming in on that shorter punt. Alouettes trying to avoid the no yards as it hops at the 46th.
More explosive pass plays.
Here we are, 2nd possession, 1st and 10. Collaros back with time, off to the left. That is caught by Montreal native Kevin Clercius. A trip back home, played his high school football here. Clercius gets it over midfield. There in the Montreal zone. Collaros flushed out left, completes another one. Down on the sideline and more after the catch. Inside the 30, that's Carrick Wheatfall. Gets it down close to the Alouette 25.
Has more time.
Gets it down to the 27 after a gain of 25. Play action pass. Collaros steps up again. He wants to run. He does. Inside the 20. Jeffrey Cantara-Coo making sure he heads down, but that's a good pickup. 10 yards for Zach Collaros.
The play action's not there. They're trying to get a wheel route up the sideline. Zach says, hey, it's time for me to go. Get the yardage I can and then get down. Once you get another, using his legs to create first down opportunities.
The opening game on a Thursday night in Montreal. Faking to Oliveira again, and then throwing it off to the right, completes it to Stearns. His 2nd catch of this young game. Gets it down to the 10, a gain of 7. We got a 2nd and 3 coming up.
Sean Oakman, all 6'9" of them. He blocks the sun out. He got 4 sacks this season, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 block kicks this year. Darnell Sankey, season high 11 tackles last week. He leads the Owls with 43. Hey, and Kavian Ento returns. Missed the last 3 games. Still the team leader in interceptions, 3 so far. He's played 7 games this season. I'm sure Noel Thorpe and company are happy to have Kavian Ento back in the game.
Their talented field corner in his 3rd year at Colorado, Kavian Ento, back in that Alouette lineup. Here we go, 2nd and 3 now. And the little toss to Dembski. The sweep, the first down, too. He gets enough. Had to get down to about the 7, and he gets that and a little bit more for Nick Dembski. Here we go, first and goal. Bombers dumping it off, and Collaros was facing pressure. The nearest receiver was Wheatfall, right in the middle around the line of scrimmage, so that play got all messed up. Second and goal. Collaros steps up. Will he take off again inside the 5 and tackled there in space? Jeffrey Cantarcu. Collaros tried it and ran out of room. Those long kicks. This is a short one here. About the 13, pops it through. Another one for Castillo's. Only 3 misses on the year. That's
to force our 4th quarterback for the Montreal Alouettes.
So here's James Morgan and a deep shot to open up the second possession. It's caught. Going down to Alexander Hollins. New to the Alouettes with the BC Lions a year ago. Hollins with the first big play for Montreal, and a completion for James Morgan in his first CFL start.
It's going to be a one-on-one on the outside, but just basically a double move. Starts in, pretends to run a dig, and then goes deep. That's very difficult to be able to make that play for Dexter Lawson because he's a big completion or an incomplete.
45-yard gain. They go to the ground. Travis Tice right side, pushing along with the leading tackler of the Bombers, Tony Jones, on him, but another good pickup on the ground.
James Vaughters tied for this top sack master for Winnipeg with 3 sacks this season. Look really good on tape. Tony Jones fitting very well into this career high 11 tackles last week, second in the Canadian Football League in tackles. And Evan Holm had an interception last week for his 3rd of the season. North Dakota alum.
Gain of 7. Travis Tice has 13 yards on 2 carries now. Inside the 20, the Alouettes, and Morgan handing off to Tice. First down and more. Breaking tackles and spinning down inside the 10, down to around the 7. At safety is Cam Allen, number 0. Here's the running play again by Tice. Breaks a tackle. Kyrie Wilson thought he had him behind the line, but he manages to push it closer to the 5 in that first and goal play. Second and goal coming up here for the Alouettes. Roger Craig, star with the 49ers back in the 80s. Here's Morgan. Second and goal. Looking for Hollins again, who wants a call. Doesn't get the flag. It's incomplete. And we get a 3rd down, and looks like field goal team will be coming on here for Montreal.
Of his arm and throw a one-on-one throw on the outside to Hollins. So there's not a lot of thought process. There's not a lot. What coverage was it?
Jose Maltos Diaz. Their short kick coming up here. Puts it through. Evens the score. Rodgers took over from Favre. He wore number 12. And he would not pick between the 2 when we asked him a few days ago. He was a big fan of both. That's Peyton Logan on the return now for Winnipeg in a tie ball game. Upended. Coming in, Don Callis, a good special teams tackle, is on the practice roster. Activated into that secondary. And quickly, that toss to Logan. Using him on offense, too. He takes a hit initially from Isaac Adeyemi Berglund. He spins, picks up a couple more yards, and a second down coming up after a 3-yard gain. That very competitive West Division. 4-man rush. Collaros runs out of time, barely gets it away to Oliveira, who makes something happen with it. First down and more. Up to the Winnipeg 50, just before Collaros was hit.
Berglund comes off this edge. As Zach can't find anybody originally, they're zoned, but they're dropping people out. Zach feels it, the pressure, and gets it off at the last second to Brady. I've always talked about Zach as like a magician in the pocket with his hands. As a former baseball player, he can just flip the ball, different angles, different arm angles to his receivers.
From the Winnipeg 50, throwing again over the middle. That is caught. Across midfield, Carrick Wheatfall has the catch. Running this time, Oliveira finds room and more. Brady Oliveira down to the 25, and his biggest running play gets it down and a first down, 28-yard pickup.
Point of attack here. Wallace and Kolonkowski, watch them, what they do to Sean Oakman. Gets Brady an opportunity to get on the outside on the draw play. Get the defenders coming upfield, hand it off on a draw play, slow the pass rush down. Nice call.
2 carries, 32 yards, Oliveira. Sneaks out of the backfield. Collaros goes to the right and slides. Not much doing, down to about the 22. Inside the Montreal 5 before they settle for a field goal. On the move again on a second down. That's to Oliveira. And the run after that. catch, and a flag comes out as well. Tyrell Richards, Tyrese Beverette involved on the tackle.
Roughing the passer, Montreal, number 98. 15 yards from the end of the play and an automatic first down.
That's Al's defensive tackle, Dylan Wynn.
I think he goes into Zach's legs here. Or they're going to say that's, I guess, they think that's a late hit.
Down to the 2 and a first and goal. Winnipeg faking to Oliveira. To the right, touchdown, Nick Dembski. He leads Winnipeg in touchdowns this season. That is his 6th. And another catch for Nick Dembski, who's now done it in 81 straight games. Put 6 on the board for the Bombers.
Dembski comes across the field with a lot of speed, so the player chasing him in man coverage is going to be in a trail position. You can see Murray trying to figure out, is it a run or is it a pass? He gets in a little bit of a conflict of assignment. By that time, Nick Dembski's already outflanked him. Zach's just got to pull it, get on the perimeter, flip it out to Dembski.
One of the veterans now of that Blue Bomber offense, and what a story Nick Dembski has been, along with Travis Tice. As Winnipeg's up a touchdown, Castillo with the kickoff. Still in the first quarter, Tice to take it at the 22. Works his way up around the 41. Quarter here in Montreal, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers lead the Alouettes 10-3. As you look at those numbers, impressive work on a couple of drives by Zach Collaros and company to move the football. He, just strictly under the eyes just because of glare. And now look what it's turned into. So it's Stevie Scott, the running back for the Alouettes, now in a 10-3 hole to start the second quarter.
Walk up, put James. You got a big quarterback. You got a 240-pound guy, 6'4". Give him the opportunity to just fall forward and get the first down. I know they're going to put him in good situations.
It's first and 10 from the 51. The toss back, and he's throwing. It's Tyler Sneed, a deep ball for Hollins, who's got it. Another long reception for Alexander Hollins. This time, courtesy Tyler Sneed, as the Alouettes offense opens up the bag of tricks. 5-yarder in the first quarter.
This is what Jason talked about as Matthew Scianetti said, hey, it's all of us got to make our plays. What is this? Hey, let's try to do a little misdirection play. Misdirection turns into a double pass, trying to get Vavil's eyes in a bad spot, so he's looking to see, oh, it's a reverse. No, it's a throw. The sell by Sneed, it does it. Too many running backs or guys who are going to throw that double pass, they start getting like a quarterback. He ran the ball as long as he could, then pulled it the last second.
Stevie Scott breaks free to the right, takes a hit, but he manages to lunge forward. Hit there by Vavel as Scott has another carry.
Quarterback in tough situations.
To Morgan again, short yardage. Morgan stays in, tries to pull his way forward. Retta Cramdy in there, and there's just not much. They didn't get it. Try again. Morgan will get it this time. Pushes through. And we got a first down and goal coming up here for the Alouettes. Tyler Sneed sets them up here, just inside the 5. First down. Taking the handoff. End zone! Touchdown! What a drive for Tyler Sneed. Throws a long pass, and then he catches one for another touchdown for Sneed. And the first one as a starter for James Morgan. He threw one in relief last week in Vancouver.
Why this works is because Retta Crandy is right there. That's your free safety. So if he's up to stop the run, you can throw behind him, and there's no help. Looks like a run play. It's probably a pass attached to that run, and they say, hey, if the free safety's deep, hand the ball off. If he's got depth, you've got a one-on-one. It's too difficult for the halfbacks to be able to cover that much space. Nice throw by James Morgan.
That's the 3rd touchdown catch of the season for their leading receiver, Tyler Sneed, with this point after try by Jose Maltos Diaz. Drive, throwing a 44-yarder, and then catching that one for the touchdown. Peyton Logan is back. That is 12. 10-10 tie. Back and forth they go. And tackle there, Scott Hutter on special teams. He and Dembski connecting again. Brady Oliveira's got the ball. Tyrese Beverette jumps on his back and calls him down around the 34. 5 more yards, though, for Brady Oliveira. Organization. And later work with Danny Machocha with the Montreal Caravan. Little shovel pass inside to Oliveira. Goes to work again after that, the yardage after that catch, and works his way up for a first down, 8 more yards.
Get back inside.
6 touches, 62 yards for Brady Oliveira. Now it's Jared Stearns in his hands on the sideline, working his way up, and a flag does come out as Stearns gets it up to around the 48.
In that Grey Cup year, I was just so impressed.
Holding, Winnipeg, number 86. It's a 10-yard penalty. We'll repeat first down.
And Collaros to throw on this first down and long. Pressure, and he dishes it off to Oliveira again to get out of that pressure, who gets it up to about the 43. So they get that penalty yardage back. It'll be a 2nd and long coming up.
Ability of this defense to show multiple looks is what makes it hard to play against.
2nd down and long. Collaros gets flushed out by a blitzing Tyrese Beveretti. Gets rid of it, and it is caught too. Nip Dembski has it. Another catch for Dembski. Already extended his consecutive streak with a touchdown catch, 17 yards.
When you're a defender, if you're going to rush the quarterback, you cannot break contain. You cannot lose contain. Zach's difficult. Beveret's coming off. He loses contain. Now Zach's on the move. He finds Dembski. Dembski goes into his scramble rules for the catch. Great play by the legs of Zach Collaros.
Here come the Bombers now. The Montreal 48. Collaros pressure coming again to Dembski again. He gets tackled shy of the 40. It's Arthur Hamlin, the safety there, along with Kabian Ento.
In short, second time on trying to get a quick run.
And they go backwards, though, Lapo, after the fake to Oliveira. Collaros kept the ball. Isaac Adiemi Berglund and Najee Murray were in there as Noel Thorpe was bringing the heat again, and that was on a 2nd and 2 play. Now it's a 3rd and about 9.
So Zach takes this. He's definitely pulling it. Can't find anybody here. Ademi Berglund's more upfield.
Steubenville, Ohio. Punting situation. Jamison Sheen inside his 50 now. The Bombers drive stalls the Alouettes to get the ball back deep in their zone as Tice watches it, and it sails out of bounds. Has to go out of bounds in the air inside the 10 or the 15, and it looks like it does.
Our drives do not get a lot of touchdowns in this league.
So here we go, 1st and 10. Morgan, and that one goes high on Sneed. Those two connected a few moments ago for a touchdown.
Boundary number 2 receiver. Should be one of your smartest, fastest guys.
James Morgan's chucking it deep, and he wants Rambo or Sneed in the area. It's intercepted. Winnipeg. Evan Holm has himself another pick as he got hit while he was throwing the football, and Holm was waiting for that. 4th interception of the season, leading the Bombers in that department for Evan Holm in his 4th year out of North Dakota.
It looks like off the edge, Jay Pearson is going to get a piece of this play.
Just got a...
And then pause it right here. So watch what happens. He goes in to help. There's nobody on the outside. He's got to stay on the perimeter to make sure he takes Pearson. Pearson has a free rein. He gets involved with the throw. The throw ends up going high. Now easy opportunity for the middle of the field for Evan Holm.
Just waiting for it there. Closest receiver was Tyler Sneed. The Winnipeg ball. Dembski with it, but running around in behind it ended up being pushed back. Nothing happens on that Winnipeg offensive play. On an interception, by the way, that if you look at it differently, Dembski's still down and looks to be hurting. I'm going to say ended up being, in effect, a 39-yard punt with that long interception, but Winnipeg in the first down play, and Dembski in a lot of discomfort and getting some attention now, lying down, face down in the field.
Feet, and I'm going to make the tackle. That's the one thing Osh talked about. This team will come. They're going to come with speed. They're going to play hard. They're going to compete. Looks like there he bangs his head right there. Hopefully he's okay.
It really helped his career take off. Buck Pierce followed you, and now Jason Hogan is the offensive coordinator, so he's out. And that is caught in a first down. Collaros hits Carrick Wheatfall. And their biggest offensive play down to the 20 of the Alouettes.
Here's what you call a level throw. He's going to go. He's going to trail it by a little bit. Let the underneath coverage get higher, and then you're trying to throw it somewhere in there. You can see it in real time. You just got to beat this throw over the will linebacker, and the corner's trying to get in there to make the play. But that's a great throw by Zach.
Who's 15 of 17 for 159. 1st and 10. Bombers back to Oliveira. And pushes his way through for a couple of yards. They're inside the 20, down to about the 18. Second and 8. Caught by Clercius, shy of the first down, and then pushed back by Lorenzo Burns to once again give Winnipeg the lead. A few lead changes in this one, or at least with Montreal coming back to tie it a couple of times. But Kate from the panel in the studio coming up. James Morgan has a touchdown pass in this game. Was picked off the last time the Alouettes had the ball. He hands off there. Injured Alouettes. Second and 9. And off to the right, it's Charleston Rambo. Just beyond the 40, Michael Griffin is right on him. And heard for how long he headed to the dressing room. But still, Winnipeg's offense has had some things going on tonight. There's Trey Babel on the punt return. And nice special teams tackle there by Tyrell Richards. And 16 of 18. Late first half on the ground. And Oliveira pushing his way up closer to the 35. Of offense for Brady Oliveira in this first half. And he's adding to it now. On the ground, head down, and running hard as Oliveira does for another Winnipeg first down. Still 1:17 on the clock and another 11-yard pickup. Left here at Molson Stadium. Till halftime. Collaros to throw. That is caught. And up across their 50. Going down is Clercius after a 5-yard pickup. Second down and 5 coming up. Back in place of the injured Nick Dembski. Was there on the right of Collaros, who's looking off to the left. Takes off, flags out, down at midfield, and gets an escort out by Jeffrey Cantar-Arcou.
There are 2 fouls on the previous play. But holding, Winnipeg, number 69. Illegal contact, Montreal, number 26. We'll repeat second down.
Collaros, underneath Oliveira, first down. And puts his head down to get it inside the Montreal 50. So from the 49, Montreal. Oh, in and out of the hands, turning around there was Joey Corcoran, who went to high school. Castillo is ready. Second and 10. Collaros throwing. Oh, it is caught by Stearns. Beverett had a chance at it. What tremendous concentration by Stearns, who really got hit but hung on to the football. And he is down after a gain of 23 yards.
Work up, go inside the Will linebacker. As the Will linebacker expands, throw the ball behind it. Nice throw by Zach. Might even been a tip ball right there. But that is what you have, concentration. You throw. Zach throws between the free safety, the halfback, and the Will linebacker. Beautiful throw by Zach to Jairus Stearns.
For 2, looking to make it a 6-point ball game to head into halftime. Out, down, and kicked. And perfect for Castillo. One thrown by James Morgan. The other thrown by Tyler Sneeder later. Capped off that drive from Morgan. And the touchdown. Here's Sneed with Matthew. 37 and 3 touchdowns. No picks. So not the first time. Threw that deep ball to Hollins in the first half. Second half begins. It is Travis Tice. Alouette football. Somersault after he is tripped up ago, standing beside Jason Moss. So throwing on that hitch, it is Cole Speaker. He has a catch. He gets it up to the Alouette 32. Is here in Montreal. 16-10. Bombers lead. On the ground, it's Tice. Needs 2 yards for the first down, and he gets awfully close to that. Alouettes, Dylan Wynn coming in there with Jesse Gibbon. It's Morgan on short yardage. And he does advance. Reddick Cranby trying to haul him back, but if they go by furthest advancement, had to get to the 34. That should be enough for a first down. A 33 for 211 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. And throwing here, open receiver too. It's Alexander Hollins. This is his 4th game as a member of the Alouettes, and easily his best.
You know, it's hard to make these throws when you hardly ever get opportunities to throw the football. You only simulate the passes over the course of practice. Rush. So for young quarterbacks to execute high-level plays, what they need to do.
Here's Morgan now, and throwing and completing it to Tice. He breaks free. What a great second effort by Travis Tice to pick up the Alouettes first down.
Make you miss players in the Canadian Football League since his first preseason game. Effort, effort, effort plays. I am not going to go down. You are not going to tackle me. I'm going to run it.
5. It is a first down for the Alouettes now. Morgan quickly and knocked down. Gee, I wonder who that was. When you got number 5 in the vicinity, how many times has Willie Jefferson done that? Jefferson That is Hollins again, having himself a night. Another first down here for the Alouettes. No other receivers in double digits for the Alouettes. And he couldn't catch that one, though. And another one of those quick ones to the right. The 30 of Winnipeg. Early here in this second half, Morgan took his time. It was in behind Tice, though. And a third down now coming up. Perfect again. 2 for 2. Bomber football, but they're missing some key players now. Nick Dembski's night is done. He will not be back, we are told. It looked like an upper body head injury in the first half, and Jarrett Stearns made a great catch as a right shoulder injury after the hit he took, and there is Stearns, and his night is done as well. So Bomber football still with a 3-point lead. Will toss inside there to Peyton Logan. Will be using him more in his debut with Winnipeg. After being hurt in training camp, finally gets to put on the Bomber blue and gold in Winnipeg in free agency. So up at the 45, Caleros. Second down, flag out. Under pressure, and down he goes. He is wrapped up by the CFL's sacks leader, Isaac Adeyemi Berglund.
Gets a good speed rush.
Offside.
Runs by Randolph.
Winnipeg, number 81. Penalties declined. Third down.
Jamison Sheehan, that is 25. Travis Tice back for the return. Last possession, the Alouettes cut into the lead with a field goal, and they're getting the ball back. Tice now, and he is tackled there by Michael Ayers.
As he throws, if you're in the football game, you get a great chance to win. Winnipeg's on the road. Not an easy place to win in Montreal.
And he's throwing here on first down and completing it as well. Tyler Sneed with a good night continues.
To leave his feet to make the catch. This is great concentration. Brings the ball to his body. Has great control of it.
He's got as a running back for the Alouettes. Morgan just throws it away. He faked to Scott. He went back. And Bombers had a man in his face and just chose to get rid of it. Here in the second half, a little more comfortable. His first CFL start. Up to the right. And it is caught, but out of bounds. And it is waved off. Charleston Rambo, no catch.
Just a little bit outside on the sideline. Okay, he makes the catch, but his left foot is out of bounds.
Joseph Zima to punt it away for Montreal. Good booming punt. Chasing Gobble back inside his 10. Coverage there by Richards. Got a hand on him. And then he gets some help. Tyrese Beverett too. 54-yard punt. Excellent coverage down the field. First down here, Winnipeg. Brady Oliveira, left side, running well. That much more important with Nick Dembski and Jarrett Stearns injured and out of this ball game. Another good pickup by number 20. Done so well in the first half, despite the changes in the receiving corps. Back in the ground, Oliveira just finds a way, weaves his way along after things were stuffed up when he first touched the ball, but a flag does come out.
I think the penalty is going to be here.
Winnipeg, number 65. It's a 10-yard penalty. Will repeat first down.
To ELE as he comes across and basically tackles by the neck.
For Caleros here on a 1st and 20 now. And it is caught by Strebler, but the whistle blows. A flag had come out in the Bomber backfield.
And, certainly now you can see Stanley Bryant right here thinking the defensive line moved off sides.
Offside, Montreal, number 91. 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
Stays in the slot. Mentioned no Nick Dembski, no Jarrett Stearns. Caleros stuffing it out for Oliveira. One hand brings it down. That was a high pass, but good work by Oliveira to pick it up and get some of that penalty yardage back. There we go, second down. And short underneath again. Oliveira let him do the rest. Puts his head down. Gets it up across the 35, but nowhere near enough for a first down. Third down coming up. And just a field goal difference between these two teams in their first meeting of the season. Tice on the move to the right. Picks it up and gets up around the 40. Late flag coming out on that return by Travis Tice.
We trust you. A lot of teams are going to have a lot of tape.
Adam Big Hill Matthew, but yeah, it can't be easy trying to fill his shoes. And doing so admirably this season. Their leading tackler, is he not much there for Travis Tice, the ball carrier.
Has helped his game.
2nd and 7 now after the 3-yard gain by Tice. Morgan is throwing, and it's complete. 2. Favorite target. That's Sneed. Another catch for Tyler Sneed. Holland's number 15 has 125 yards receiving. Here's play action pass coming up here from Morgan. Another shot over the middle intended there for Cole Speaker, who was hit right away. Cam Allen there too. They've had to make some changes. Here's Morgan again. Going to the right this time. And on that out, the closest receiver is Holland's, and it falls incomplete. It's Joseph Zima's punt. Takes it, and he's immediately pushed back. Greeted there by another one of the special teams tackles leaders, and the veteran Alexander Gagne.
I guess he was a linebacker back in the day.
He was. Late third quarter, another good run by Brady Oliveira, getting it up to the 45. A gain of 16. We got a tight ball game, only 3 points scored by the Alouettes, who actually took over in the time of possession in the second half so far, Lapo.
Travis Tice, running back for Montreal, has only got 32 yards, so I think that's a real positive for the Bombers.
Winnipeg starts the fourth with a 3-point lead. Here's Oliveira again, finding some room and chugging along up near midfield. 9 more yards. What a night on the ground that Brady Oliveira. Up next week we have Labor Day. Me and Lapo. Planes, trains. You know what? I took the train here.
You did? And
I did.
And I
Big back-to-back games of the Bombers and the Riders next couple of weeks. That one's complete to Dylan Mitchell. Tackled there by Hamlin for the Bombers in his first touch of the night. Just a 3-man rush. Setting up a screen to Oliveira. Tries to turn it up and coming back and pushing him and knocking him down, although forward was Sean Lemon. Ends up being another good gain by Oliveira. Interesting use of the quarterbacks by the offensive coordinator, Jason Hogan. Left side and more. Wilson. Well, he fools the Alouettes. Instead of firing it straight up, he goes way left. And 27 on the night. Taking the handoff, pressure coming. Wesley Sutton nearly got to him as Caleras ends up throwing it away. Closest receiver was Kevin Clercius. Quarterback used as a receiver at this point with the injuries they have. Second down quickly. Caught, and it's Mitchell. Has the catch and has the first down too. Oliveira inside the 5, down to the 2. Brady Oliveira keeps racking up the yardage. 7 more. They're down close, down at the Alouette 3. Up by 3. Oliveira again. Takes a hit, keeps his feet, drives into the end zone for the Winnipeg touchdown. Great second effort for a running back that would not be denied. Brady Oliveira. Touchdown Bombers.
Brady Oliveira is very good at it too. He's got second effort here. Bumps in right at the start. 2 people trying to get a touch of him. Can't get a piece of him.
With a touchdown and a big one here with the point after from Castillo to make it. Winnipeg 23. It's like Alexander saying, this is what quarterbacks are expected to do now. Multi-purpose for Chris Strebler. And Travis Tice nowhere to run that time, right at the 25. And also threw one to Hollands. A touchdown drive and bouncing off his Sneed. Bounced off the would-be defender there, and he picks up another couple of yards. James Morgan with time. Throws it, completes it to Charleston Rambo. And after the catch, Rambo works it up close to the Alouette 50 and a first down, Montreal.
Player in your progression shows up. Quickly by James Morgan. Good job looking at that picture.
And they work quickly there. He throws it. It's a little low on Sneed on getting his first start. Morgan came on. Morgan gets his first start. He completes that one to Cole Speaker near midfield. Not enough for a first down. Because they only need 4 yards. But no, they snap the ball. Throwing, it's knocked away at the line of scrimmage. And the Alouettes have turned over the ball for the second time in this game. A turnover on downs. Willie Jefferson getting in the Alouettes' business again there as he gets those hands up. So they went for it on third down. Jefferson denies them. Started with Edmonton, won a Grey Cup 10 years ago. with Edmonton, moved to Saskatchewan, and had some great years flourishing with Winnipeg. And speaking of flourishing, on the night, already over 100 on the ground is Brady Oliveira. Down in short, so Strebler has been playing slot back, then at quarterback, motion Peyton Logan. And now it's like they're switching things up now.
Trying to get back to run
Time count violation, Winnipeg, number 17. It's a 5-yard penalty. It remains second down.
The load rosters with receivers at quarterback spots.
Second down play caught by Clercius. Big Kevin's Clercius. And just handling the short yardage. He had a big game before and another nice one as he goes right side and knifes his way down to the 40.
Take as much time off the clock.
That they do, handing it off to number 20 again. Oliveira's busy night continues as he gets it down to the 35. He is their leading rusher.
So we've got to make sure we play our game.
Polaris handing off to Oliveira, who's easily having his best game rushing of the season at 57 out. Made up for that with the winning field goal. He's had one from 63. He's hit him from 60. 41 away to make it a 13-point game. Sergio Castillo.
At this point, expect to return in September. Rob?
And Matthew, you can just tell that youthful energy. He just can't wait to get back into the game. 8-0 as a starter, by the way. Tying that record of Danny McManus for
themselves in a position where they're teachers of each other.
Morgan to the right, underneath, and Sneed with it, and trying to fight his way up.
Coordinator, those are some of the best meetings that I miss in the Canadian Football League working with quarterbacks.
It's a nice catch by Travis Tice, Lapo, as he got a little turned around, reaches back.
In the quarterback.
3rd and 1, out of shotgun, handing off to Tice, who spins. He ran into Willie Jefferson initially, but as we see so often with Tice, a lot of second effort.
Your calls, but you still did it with your backups and your 4th-string guys.
Completes that pass for a first down to Tyler Sneed. So that's enough for a first down for Sneed. Morgan again, quickly, high for Rambo. And cutting underneath him was Vavel, and he loved his attitude, positive attitude, and staying engaged, even though he was 4th on the depth. And here he is getting a start tonight. Throwing again to the right, that's to Rambo. Takes a step back and then tries to get what he can, and a shot there for Dexter Lawson. Well, it's 3rd down now. Time's running out on the Alouettes. Willie Jefferson coming in. He gets rid of that. Speaker has it. Needs to get that first down. A 3rd down play lunging right around the 37. Able to get it done. They keep going. Here's a deep shot. Morgan, end zone for Rambo, but it's short. And it's intercepted. Morgan is picked off again. It's Vavel who gets it and lands in the Winnipeg end zone, and that should just about do it. Winnipeg football, very little time left, leading by 13.
Trey Vavel making the play on the short throw. Just running it down. Just getting underneath. Rambo can't adjust in time. Vavel does, takes it at the highest point for the interception.
It was a worse start a year ago. Look at Oliveira continuing to run. There's barely a minute to go, and he racks up another 10 yards. Winnipeg got hot a year ago after a sluggish start. Brady Oliveira was a big part of that. And that carry puts Brady Oliveira over 200 total yards offense on the night, as he gets 13 more. What a night.
120 rushing on the evening. Like I said, against the 2nd best defense in the Canadian Football League against a run. They're only giving up 80 yards.
25 for the reigning most outstanding player in the CFL. Why not? Gets it again, crossing midfield. Just a half a minute to go as the Alouettes are about to fall below 500 and suffer their 4th straight loss.
To play at a high level. And then you could look at these updated standings. You know, they're where they need to be. They need to get healthy. They need to keep playing. And
it's the final few seconds here of this ball game. Zach Collaros, great night for him. 27 of 31. You saw these standings in the West with Winnipeg winning, going to 6-4. Tied in points, playing one more game than Calgary, a team that swept the season series, by the way, against them. So Stampeders in 2nd and trying to get closer to Saskatchewan on top. And that crossover right now with the BC Lions, and they play the Argos in Toronto on Saturday. That's still in play, the way things are going now, with only one team above 500 in the East Division, that being the idle Hamilton Tiger Cats. First meeting of the season between the Bombers and the Alouettes ends up being decisive. First start for James Morgan. Had a couple of plays to remember, but overall, it was a 13-point defeat.